Please join me in giving a very warm AGFM to Anez Katre ma'am.
We're really here to talk about the invisible curriculum. In a single year, which is, I think this was 2024, this is the kind of number that we're looking at with student suicides. And why would that happen? Passing comment would become a lifelong wound for a child. I'm not saying here that all 13,892 students had something, a trauma or something said to them when they were in school. What I'm trying to say here is many of these might have had something said to them in their school or when they were young, where they then didn't believe in themselves. That belief comes from what is being communicated to them when they are young. Explicit learning is what we really look at when we are looking at academics, we are looking at curriculum. We are conscious of the learning. It is structured. We have a timeline, we have a syllabus, we have a curriculum. So we know what we're supposed to teach through the year, we know what we're supposed to teach in a term, we know what we're supposed to teach in a 45-minute class. When we talk about implicit learning, and that is what the invisible curriculum is all about, it is subconscious or unconsciously learned. So we pick it up from the environment. What kind of an environment is your classroom? As a teacher, do you encourage children to question, is yours a safe classroom? We know that we pick up behavior. So, further on, we'll talk a little bit about how quickly children adapt and learn behavior from the way teachers behaving. So this is informal and it's just learned unconsciously from the environment that they're in. Noise in a classroom doesn't mean that the student's not learning. It means that the student is engaged. But of course, as teachers, we need to be mindful that that is what is happening. So learning in these safe classrooms is far more authentic than it is in the respectful classrooms. Children learn a lot by observation. And like this video said, not just children, even adults learn by observation. So very often we will mirror what we are seeing. And children pick up very quickly. So in an invisible classroom, what are the values we're teaching them? Are we teaching them to value things like empathy? Are we teaching them to value things like respect? The growth mindset is the belief that abilities can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence, fostering continuous improvement and resilience. Every time we respond to a student, we are not just correcting their work, we are shaping their belief and their ability. Everything follows if there is an emotionally safe class. Without safety, learning stays on the surface. With it, everything else becomes possible. So if we can make our classes emotionally safe, we will then be able to build in all the other skills that we're trying and hoping our students will be able to learn before they pass out of school. So whether it is respect, discipline, curiosity, respecting diversity, politeness, empathy, all of that, kindness, care, all the things that you put in the cloud right at the beginning will follow if our classes are emotionally safe. I want you to have a look at this image very carefully. So the visible is what we see on the surface in school classrooms. Visible is what is measured. Visible is the test, the exam, the homework, the knowledge, the reading, the writing, the math, the science, right? Below the surface, what we cannot see is the hidden, which is our tone of voice, the language we use. How do we respond to mistakes? Are we able to role model fairness and consistency? What is our emotional response to situations, to conflict, to negativity? How do we establish respect and clear expectations? So that is all hidden and is not part of the curriculum, but we are using that anyway. A little bit about praise, because again, praise has a huge impact on the belief of the child. So when we talk about praise, there are different kinds of praise. There's personal, there's behavior specific, and there is effort-based praise. Don't necessarily tell a child you're smart, you've done well. Be very specific. You worked hard and you scored good marks. You worked hard and you did really well in football. Be very specific. I watched you score a goal that day. It was fantastic. Next is, what are your expectations in class? So praise them when they meet your expectation. Don't praise too early. Don't praise little effort. Praise effort, but when they meet your expectation. Every child deserves to feel seen, valued, and welcome. And the invisible curriculum is when we teach children about their worth, without saying a word. Really, thank you all for engaging, for responding, doing the polls, doing the Padlet, sharing on cloud. I hope that some of this will be taken back into the classroom, and we will just be a little more conscious of the impact we have on our children.